How can we keep ourselves stable amongst the flux of humanity? Humanity seems to be going through some very serious temper tantrum issues right now. So many people are needlessly dying, so much violence and injustice is happening across the planet as we speak and has for so many years. So how can we keep ourselves steady as we move forward with humanity? All we have to do is remain joyous. Literally remain joyous. It sounds too simple because there's so much complex suffering going on, but it really is that simple. To the best of your ability, if you have the opportunity to live in a country like Canada, where I am, or most parts of America, or places where there isn't an ongoing war, where there isn't the threat of daily violence, where there isn't the threat of death on a day-to-day life, where your government isn't restricting you, where you have the freedom to walk down the street. If you are fortunate enough to live in a country like that, just focus on being joyous right now. It may even seem selfish because so many people are suffering. But if you are joyous, you will emanate out of reverberation, a vibration, a frequency into the rest of this collective canvas of humanity, of joy. And there's nothing more important than that. The best gift you can give humanity is your happiness. The best gift you can give humanity is your joyousness. Like, that is literal, as I understand it anyways. It is not screaming and yelling at one another and trying to expose this and expose that, but it's your joyousness. And when you're stable and steady in that joyousness, you're the greatest, best, most beautiful version of yourself, and that's what humanity needs. And so as we move forward into the future, as we build this future for all of us, and as we watch this suffering unfold on this planet, and as we look for solutions, and as we blame one another, and as we try to fight it and do this and do that, just remember that the best way you can help humanity is by being joyous, is by being at ease within yourself. Because when you're at ease, when you are joyous, nothing can topple you over. You become like an oak tree, absolutely stable and rooted in yourself. But if we're just going around scrolling through social media, watching the news, this and that, it can be so ungrounding and so frustrating and so difficult to remain joyous. But if you make joyousness your number one priority, if you become selfish about your joyousness, everything about you will transform. Everything about you will absolutely transform. And you will become so important for this planet. You will become so important for humanity in ways that you could have never imagined before, simply by being joyous. You might work just a regular job that feels meaningless to you. You might be doing not much with your life as you see it. But if you're joyous, if you're just joyous, you'll help every person you walk by on the street. You'll subtly help humanity on such a subtle level, by providing one more conscious, joyous human to this mess that we're making. Or let's not say mess, let's say abstract painting that humanity is making. Some parts are really not that nice, some parts are lovely. And by being joyous, you bring niceness to the not so nice parts. You bring joyousness to the negativity. And you become a lighthouse in the storm. You become a lighthouse in the darkness. So, as humanity continues to struggle and suffer and hurt ourselves, if we can just decide that I am going to be joyous. I know that my neighbors are suffering. I know that people across the world are dying. I know that things are far from perfect. But I will make a commitment to myself and to humanity to be joyous today. If you can do that every day, eventually it will just become your natural state that you're living in, and everything will change. Everything will change. Someone you love could die in front of you, and you will be able to handle it from a joyous detachment. Seriously, it can be the most liberating freedom that you have is your joyousness. And it's not selfish, and it's not bad. Just because other people are suffering does not mean you have to sit there and suffer. You can help from a joyous place. And some people don't like that because misery loves company. And so people think you're selfish. Who cares? Be joyous. Be joyous. That is your birthright, no matter what's happening. So, anyways, for those of you looking around on this planet and wondering where the hell is everything going, it's going to hell. Everything's tough. Everything's struggling. Things are just getting worse. Oh, this world. Oh, it's burning. Oh, just think to yourself, but I'm joyous. So, even if the world burned at my feet, at least I'm joyous. What does it matter? Seriously. Seriously. To me, it's the most fundamental thing, it's the most important thing, and it's the only thing that can ride humanity forward into a beautiful future for all. And before I go, how can you become joyous? Great question. Meditation. Close your eyes, focus your eyes between your eyebrows, breathe in and out through your nose only, not your mouth. Drop your awareness into your heart and just rest. Rest your shoulders, rest your back, notice the stillness of your spine. Allow your heart to rest, allow your breath to become subtle, and just notice and notice and notice and notice. Eyes focused between the eyebrows and just notice. Do this every day for 5 minutes to 30 minutes a day for 30 days, and joyousness will just become natural. Along with that, you can just set the intention that today I'm going to be joyous no matter what happens. All of that will really help, and before you know it, like I said, everything will transform. So make a commitment to become joyous, and you've done your part in changing the world.